You must always pay your dues. You must always pay the motherfucking dues because those dues are daily. They're due daily. What I mean by this is when trying to achieve something or achieve a certain goal or a certain outcome that you want or produce certain results that you want, this isn't something that you can just take lightly. This is something you have to go all in. And you have to do the daily inputs and the daily actions each and every day. The reason why you can't take any days off is because when you have that inconsistency, you build that habit of being inconsistent. Some days you do it, some days you don't. Then when this shit translates into business, oh, you kind of work hard some days, but you don't work hard other days. Oh, your money's good now, but then when your money's down, you don't know how to operate or function. When you are constantly evolving and getting better and trying to immerse yourself in getting better and working on your craft and becoming somebody, this is something that needs to be done on a daily basis. You can't take any shortcuts when it comes to this shit. In my personal journey, a prime example is working out. I've been working out for like the past 5 years consistently. Now, the reason why I work out is sure, yeah, I have a nice body, but the main important thing was to build the habit of discipline. Getting up and doing the shit that I didn't want to do on a daily basis because that habit that I built when I was 18 now can translate into business. Now I have the endurance to work and look at a computer screen for 8, 9, 10 hours straight. Now I have the endurance to, if there's something that I'm not quite understanding, I don't get mad anymore. I'm just understanding that, hey, it's gonna be a learning curve. I'm not gonna get frustrated and get mad that I can't understand X, Y, and Z. Because there were points in time where I didn't understand something all the way, but as time progressed and I stayed consistent with learning and working on my craft, it became easy. The thing is that there's nothing that's hard and there's nothing that's easy. It's only familiar and not familiar. Think about it. If there was anything you came across that was hard, let's say, prime example, let's say you're trying to play chess, right? Let's say you never played chess. Chess, the game itself, somebody knows how to play this shit. It's just hard to you because it's not familiar. That goes with anything. If you don't know how to ride a bike, somebody else does. It's familiar to them because they know how to ride it. And the reason why you don't know how to ride it is because it's not familiar. So when you familiarize yourself with having these habits, and you constantly doing the things you know you need to do on a daily basis, regardless of the way you feel, you start to build that habit of discipline up, and it translates in other areas of your life. Whether let's start with working out. So you're consistent with working out, then your diet starts to change. Then the people you associate with yourself starts to change. Then you realize that you don't want to do drugs because you have a bunch of healthy habits already in place, so you don't want to. It's not familiar. You doing unhealthy and bad, having vices and doing all these bad habits is not familiar. So when you start to realize that everything starts with you, that's when you realize you have all the power within you already. The moment I realized that I had all the power within me to do whatever it is that I wanted to do in this life and have whatever I fucking wanted, is when I realized like there's nothing outside of me that I can't have. If I want that car, I already know it's mine. If I want that girl, I already know she's mine. If I want that opportunity, I already know it's mine. If I want to meet somebody, I already know I'm gonna meet them. And it's like when you have this mindset of being able to build this shit over time, like, yeah, like when you build this shit over time, it gets to a point in time where you realize, like, damn, like I do have all the power. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was always like this, but I will say that when I did start out, I wasn't the most confident, I wasn't the most disciplined, I wasn't the most articulate, I wasn't the most hardworking. I'd say I had my epiphany when I realized like I know I could do more. And when I really realized that and really sat with myself and really thought about what it was that I was doing on a daily basis and taking an audit of my life, I realized like, bro, I'm fucking off a lot. I'm bullshitting a lot. And when I realized it, I was like, fuck, bro, I need to figure out a way to how I can do these things and get myself back on track to be who I really want to be. And yeah, it took work, and yeah, it was a lot of ups and downs, and yeah, it was a lot of uncertainty, and yeah, it was a lot of fear. But now when you realize how powerful your mind is, you realize how the mind works, I think a lot of this shit does become a lot easier. And when you realize why you do certain things, you really are conscious and self-aware of the things that you're doing on a daily basis, you can start to realize how much power you have over the things that you do on a daily basis. Whether it's you over analyzing something, you ration out because of your emotions, you doing certain things, you not feeling a certain way when you know something's not right and you still do it anyway. These things, your mind is constantly taking an audit of what you're doing. So anything, like I said before, if it's familiar, you're gonna keep doing it. If it's not familiar, you're not gonna wanna do it. So being able to jump into that unfamiliarity is what is gonna get you out of your comfort zone and allow you to live the life that you wanna live. So if there's something that you've always been wanting to do and you just feel uncertain about it, do it. If there's something that you don't feel, you kind of are scared of or afraid of doing, do it. If there's anything that is outside of what you do on a daily basis, do it. Because you start to realize, and when you start to put in the work, you start to realize how much better you start becoming. And then when you start realizing how better you become, it gets addicting. And then you're like, oh, let me see if I can do this. Oh, let me see if I can do that. Oh, let me see if I can start doing this. And just from you starting out doing that allows you to open up several different opportunities for you to grow in different areas, because you built that habit up from the beginning of showing up, being disciplined, and being consistent day in and day out with whatever it is you're doing. Some of y'all are disciplined at smoking weed. Some of y'all are disciplined at getting drunk all the fucking time. If you took exactly what the fuck you're doing with that and applied it to different avenues and different areas of your life that are actually conducive to your success, imagine how far you would be. Just imagine how far you would be. Think about it. I want you to sit and dwell on this shit. Think about it. Think about all the times you spent a bunch of money on bullshit when you could have used that money to invest in you. Think about all the times you spent money on bottles and did all that dumb shit when you could invest it in you. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that shit's not fun. Sometimes there's a time and place for everything. But what you must realize is that the work must be done first. Then you can have fun. Then you can indulge in some of the bullshit. But don't let the bullshit consume you. What I mean by that is, don't overindulge in this shit to the point where it has control over you. Where you're like, oh, bro, I gotta go drink. Oh, I gotta go party tonight. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Because then once you start drifting, that's when shit starts to crumble around you. The business isn't as strong. Your habits are super loose. You're not as consistent. You're kind of just getting blown around with the wind. And to really harness your power and get all that shit back, you have to eliminate all the shit that knocked you off the course. And this could be people, circumstances, environments, whatever it is. When you really sit with yourself and analyze what it is you're doing on a daily basis, really understand it and figure out what it is that I can eliminate to make myself better and get myself out the circumstances that I'm in now. Because genuinely speaking, anybody can do this shit. Anybody can do this shit, including you. I believe in you. If I did it, what makes you think that you can't do it? Just believe in you, man. The only way you can believe in you is if you show up for you each and every fucking day. There's no days off. That's it for today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.